Welcome back, guys. Cher here, and it's that time again. And I confess that this season did not impress me at all, and all the shows I really liked either ended or they're going to end next season. And I already looked at what next season is going to look like, and maybe I should not be saying that because next season doesn't look too impressive either. Except for My Hero Academia! Alright, anyways, let's jump right in instead of hearing me ramble. Because who wants to hear me ramble, right? First, we're gonna start with what I dropped. Kimetsu no Yaiba. Cait, did you seriously drop one of the best airing series of the year right now? Yes, I did. And the explanation is not a good one, but it's an explanation nonetheless. I really enjoyed the first half of the show. It was definitely a touching story about a brother trying to save his sister's life by changing her back to a human from a demon form after almost his entire family was slaughtered. This sounds like an excellent idea. And then you have the beautiful colors animated, and Netsuko is the most adorable character who is also kick-ass. The reason why I'm dropping this for now is that I just can't stand this guy. I don't know if this guy is just as bad or worse than Asta in the original Japanese dub. Don't start with me! Maybe I'll go back to Demon Slayer somewhere in the future, or just read the manga because I really want to know what happens next. Skill teaser tagaki-san. Season 2, that is. Now, I think this is the part where all of you are gonna unsubscribe from me with the how fucking dare you attitudes, and I just want to say that I'm sorry. I did enjoy season 1 of this show, and despite some of its flaws, it was really enjoyable. Season 2 just seems like nothing really evolved with the comedy. There are still some funny scenes, but not as funny as the first season in my opinion. Plus, those 3 useless girls are still in it, and they seem to have more of the spotlight this time. Pass. Now let's move on to what I actually finished this season. Star Mew Season 3. I had to catch up with the other 2 seasons in order to watch this, and from the first season, I was definitely hooked. Yeah, it's basically a Prince Sama / High School Musical ripoff, but it definitely became its own story established in one season. The second season definitely had me more invested. Third season, I was less impressed. I'm trying not to spoil it, but the best summary I can come up with for this season of the show is that this was a remake of Mean Girls the Musical. That is now a thing, look it up. I don't think anyone asked for Star Mew to turn into Mean Girls. Don't get me wrong, I still like this show, but I really did not like this season compared to the other 2. 7 out of 10, only because I'm being generous. Oh wait, I forgot to mention that if you guys are looking for a great music anime soundtrack, this anime still definitely delivers. This opening slaps. Carol and Tuesday. This is another anime that I can't talk about fully in just an episode of Seasonal Impressions. It's the story of 2 girls stuck in a city where music comes to life. One is a poor Earth refugee named Carol, and the other is an isolated rich girl named Tuesday. Together, they try to get into the competitional world of pop music with help of those who know the business better than the back of their hands. Done by the same creator of Cowboy Bebop, Space Dandy, and Samurai Champloo, Carol and Tuesday just pulls all the stops for being one of the best anime of 2019. First of all, the show is 1000% beautifully animated. But what did you expect coming from this guy? Everything from the setting down to the characters is incredibly unique and sparkly for the decade. What a way to end it! It's kind of interesting how they decided to make all of the songs in English, except one, but when I make the review of the show, I'll talk about it later. But what really gets to me is that for the singers, not all of them are Japanese. In fact, a lot of them are from America and Canada. Still, the main characters are sung by Japanese artists. But again, I would be expressing how awesome this is in greater detail in a full review. I can't express how golden 10 out of 10 this show is. If you can find it, please watch. I can easily say this has become one of my favorite anime of all time. If it's for my daughter, I'd even defeat a demon lord. Orphaned girl is found in the woods by an 18-year-old soldier, and he decides to take her in out of the kindness of his heart. And no, it's not creepy for once. I honestly thought this title was a little misleading at first, but after watching this, I entirely understand that this is most likely a metaphor or a figure of speech for this type of world. Finally, we get an anime lolly that's not looted for the sake of comedy or a fetish for once. Heck, Latina is not even a lolly. She's just a little demon girl who gets adopted by an adventurer. It's a father-daughter story like Sweetness and Lightning, but it's set in a fantasy world that's actually not an isekai either. Thank Christ. Oh, and before you turn this off as another kawaii bait type anime, I should let you know that this show tackles some serious stuff. Not gonna mention what it is because spoilers, but yeah, this kawaii-based anime goes there. And it's done in the best way it could, and it works. 10 out of 10, baby. Given. A quiet high school boy inherits a guitar and is taught how to play it by a tsundere and his band of college kids. At first, I thought this anime was going to be gay bait like Yuri on Ice was in a way, but after finishing this in 1.125 days, I was completely and utterly wrong. First of all, this show is crazy hilarious with how they present the jokes. The 4 main characters are the perfect bunch to put together despite the fact that all of them have extremely different personalities. They aren't stick figures, so thank Christ for that. However, the relationships that Given presents are the foundation for this show's existence. Yeah, it's music, but it's not exactly the focal point like Carol and Tuesday was. It's the bonds between Mafuyu, Ritsuka, Haruki, and Akihiko that make the show happen. It's not only their love of rock music that brings them together, but it's how they deal with the fact that they're homosexual men, basically, and they each are in love or want to be in love. I can't spoil the rest of the series, but let me tell you right now that episodes 9 and 11 are the best ones. 10 out of 10. And this last one is going to be long. Oh boy. Fruits Basket 2019. Season 1. There is no need for me to explain what this series is about since the whole anime community knows it already pretty much. Half of me wonders why I bothered to watch this considering that it's almost the 2001 series but with a fresh coat of paint from the first episode to the 25th. However, there is a season 2 coming in March of next year, so I can't complain that much. First of all, the animation is absolutely beautiful, and especially for a series that was originally written in the 90s, the 2019 remake absolutely honors the original art style of the manga. Secondly, the first opening song is sung by the same singer who did that Fairy Tail 3rd season ending. I can't remember which number that is. And she has the most beautiful voice I have ever heard. So, before we entirely start a which version of the show is better war, I'm just going to say that this opening right here is a tribute to the original 2001 opening, which was also beautiful for the show back then. Thirdly, they brought back most of the English main actors from the original show to reprise their roles. For a second, I thought the same English dub script was used for the reboot, which would be a stupid idea. But after watching a few beginning episodes, I wiped the sweat off my forehead and sighed in relief. Although, I thought for Kyo that they would bring in the voice actor who plays Bakugo from My Hero Academia to play him, and that would be the most fitting actor or voice for this character. Well, at least Kyo is still hot, and I will fangirl about him once season 2 ends, and I'll do a video based on the whole entire franchise. Also, I'm glad that they finally gave Akito a female voice for once. Not mentioning anything else because that will be a spoiler. Also, because I watched the 2001 series of this, it's very easy for me to see what episodes that I thought were boring that I could skip to basically find new material. However, with most of the episodes, I really like how the story was retold to basically match the manga or make the series a lot more sense. They finally added more depth into Toru's mom and friends' backstories, which were basically some of my favorite parts of the original manga, which the original series from 2001 left out for some weird reason. So far, this series is doing the manga so much more wonders than the 2001 show ever did. So this gets the very special golden 10 out of 10 for me. And that's it for this roundup this season. If you guys enjoyed this little video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content. Hopefully I can now catch up to the fall season this time. I'm Cait, Cher, and it's been real. Ciao!